What's up, guys? On this video, I'm going to be installing a bash bar. This bash bar is off a 370Z. It would have been easier to install a G37 bash bar, but this is what I got. It was used. Even though it is brand new, the previous owner didn't need it anymore. So first we gotta take off the rear bumper. There's a screw right in this corner right here. Looks like this. It's a 10 mil. I think most of the screws we're going to be taking off are all 10 mil. So that's the hole that it goes through. I'm actually putting the screw back in right now. So there's more screws down here. Should be two. There's one right there, that hole, and then if you see, look at the top, there's a hole over there also. Mine only had 3 screws in total on both sides, so you might have 2 or 1 down there, but it should have 2, I guess. Then we come to pop your trunk. I know mine is dirty, but we take off this panel and peel back the carpet or whatever you want to call it. And there's those 2 studs there and this stud. They have little 10 mil nuts like this. You pop those off, then you should be able to pull off the light. Mine was already out, so it was easy, but it's a little hard because of these studs right here. So you're gonna have to pull a little hard. Once you do that, you see those 2 plastic clips. You pull those out. Once you do both sides, you should be able to pull the bumper off. So you might have to do a little wiggling. There's a harness for the license plate light that you're gonna have to disconnect. So disconnect that, and then you can pull the bumper all the way off. There's a styrofoam piece. I'm gonna pull that off too. Now the harness for the license plate light is also clipped in using one of those plastic rivets. So whatever tool you have, flathead, pliers, or even if the right tool you have, pull that out. Now the bolts for the actual crash beam or crash bar, I believe are 14 millimeter. Could be 12, but I believe it was 14. And all the bolts are the same size. So you're just gonna need a 14 deep socket and extension for the bracket bolts. So once you pop off all those 8 bolts, pull that out. Then for the bracket, use the same 14 socket with an extension this time. There were 4 on each side for the beam, and then now there's 6 for the bracket. On each side. Alright, now we could try it, see if our bar fits. So, because this is from a 370Z, it did run into a little issue. As you can see, the edge of the bar contacts the body. I'm guessing at that exact point on the 370Z is a little bit narrower. So, just because I got this bar, I'm just going to modify a little bit. I just eyeballed it. I think it's like 3 inches maybe. I'm cutting off here on each side. So once you cut that off, hopefully it should fit. Obviously, I could have ended up cutting off a little less maybe, but the original crash beam didn't really wrap around the whole car that much, so I figured I didn't really need the extra side protection. I'd rather, cut this off than go and buy and order a whole new bar for the G37, which should fit no issue if you get one of those. Try this. See, both sides fit flush. It looks good now. Now I'm putting the rest of the bolts. Now, I think the bars always come with new bolts anyway, or you could reuse the same old bolts. I don't see issue with that. Now you'll just be using 4 on each side, so you're gonna need to use 8 of them now. So I have a lot of bolts left over. Doesn't mean you did it wrong. Now that the bar is properly secured, now we can put on the most important part. Might need some finessing or modification, so let's modify it a little bit just to get it to fit. Cool, now that that's modified, we can put the bumper cover back on. So it should go on fairly easy. Just make sure you line up the plastic rivet holes at the top and then the corners. Then you should be able to attach all the clips the same way you took them out. But before we do that, I just gotta make a little incision for the toe strap. Just look down here. See, that's where the mounting point for the toe strap is. So I'm just gonna make a little slit in the bumper. So I'm gonna just mark this with a white ink pen. Not a lot of room in there, so I might go from the bottom. Try to mark it. Just so I have a general idea, because you definitely don't want to be cutting up the bumper too much or cut it in the wrong spot. That would be bad. Now that I got my mark, make sure that it's wide enough. I want to make the smallest incision possible, so it doesn't need to fit the black part through it, but as long as the red strap could fit through that hole, should be good to go. So my camera, my phone actually died, so I don't have any footage of me putting it on, but this is what it looks like. It really looks stock. All you can see is the strap, and then if you look really low down here, you can see the jack point, and you'll see that Bell Raceworks diff brace, and that'll be in another video.